So AI is completely changing how we make music, right? But with all this incredible new tech comes a brand new and, frankly, pretty scary problem. That's what we're digging into today, a tool called MelodyCompare, which is basically being called originality insurance for this wild new era. All right, so here's the question that probably keeps every creator up at night. You've just poured your soul into a new track, or maybe an AI helped you cook up something amazing. But are you 100% sure that brilliant hook wasn't something you subconsciously heard years ago? Or, and this is the new fear, what if your AI just spat out something from its hidden training data? It's a massive risk. And look, this isn't some far-off problem about getting sued down the road. The game has already changed. You've got these new gatekeepers, think Spotify, Apple Music, and they are using some seriously aggressive AI filters to automatically block anything that smells even a little bit derivative. So your track could get shut down before a single fan even presses play.
And that brings us to the heart of the matter, the AI takedown threat. This isn't a what if anymore. This is a real, automated wall standing between you and your audience. And it's run by algorithms that, let's be honest, don't care about your creative process at all.
So how in the world do you get ahead of that? Well, think about the tools we have now, like YouTube's Content ID. They're pretty basic, right? They're just listening for an exact audio match, a direct sample. MelodyCompare, it's playing a whole different game. It uses what's called forensic musicology. It's not just listening to the audio, it's analyzing the song's compositional DNA, the melody, the harmony, the rhythm. It can tell you if your song feels too similar to another one, even if it's a completely different recording. And to really get why that's such a big deal, we have to look past the simple audio fingerprint that most tools use. This is about, actually pulling the music apart to see how it works. Okay, so let's break that down. Compositional DNA. The best way to think about it is like the blueprint for a house. The actual recording, your audio file, that's just the paint on the walls and the furniture inside. The new AI gatekeepers, they're not just looking at the furniture anymore. They're analyzing the blueprint. And MelodyCompare lets you see exactly what they see before you hit submit. And this isn't just for one type of artist. This problem hits everybody, from the producer who's all in on AI tools to the classic songwriter just strumming a guitar. They're coming from totally different worlds, but they're facing the exact same threat. And this tool, well, it's built to help both of them. So let's start with the AI creator. If you're using something like Suno or Udio, you know you're basically working with a black box. You type in a prompt and boom, out comes this amazing music. But here's the scary part. You have no earthly idea if that killer chorus it just gave you is basically a ripoff of some obscure pop hit from 2005. It's a huge, terrifying gamble. This is where MelodyCompare comes in as a guardrail. You can generate all these cool ideas, run them through the system, and know in seconds if you're accidentally stepping on someone else's toes. It totally changes the game. AI goes from being this random, risky generator to a safe, controlled partner in your creative process. Okay, but what if you're not using AI to generate music? What about the traditional songwriter? Well, their fear is a little different, but it's just as real. They're worried about false positives from these, let's call them trigger-happy algorithms. Yeah, these systems can be so sensitive that your totally original song could get flagged and blocked just because some AI decided your chord progression sounded a little familiar. It's maddening. So for that artist, MelodyCompare becomes your proof, your backup. You run your track through it before you release, and you get this super detailed, time-stamped report. Think of them as forensic receipts. If a platform ever flags your song, you don't have to get into some big argument. You just show them the data, objective, third-party proof that your work is original. But, and this is super important, this tool isn't just a simple thumbs up or thumbs down that makes you scrap your entire project. No. It's actually a creative tool. It's designed to help you solve the problem, to, fix it in the mix. It's a whole workflow, really. First, you can see any high-risk parts of your song on this visual melodic heat map. And if you spot a problem, there's a melody Morph tool that helps you brainstorm new musical ideas to replace it. Then, you can polish up those new ideas in what they call a remix workbench. You can even generate your cover art right there. It really takes you from start to finish. When you boil it all down, this whole process is about one thing, giving you confidence. It's about having that proof of originality in your back pocket so you can finally release your music without that constant fear. So the whole workflow is pretty straightforward. Think of it as the 5 C's. You compose your idea. You create the audio, whether that's with AI or an instrument. You clean it, using the tools to find and fix any risky parts. Then you certify it with that official report.
And finally, you can even catalog it in a special marketplace for licensing deals. It's the whole package, from idea to income.
And really, when it comes down to it, in this new world of AI music, having this kind of safety net is literally the difference between getting a soul-crushing takedown notice and having a global release. It's about protecting your hard work and just making sure your music actually gets heard by the people you made it for.